So at the moment I am trying to get the spirit to come back and relight up one of the balls for me. So I really do appreciate that you lit that ball up for me. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there any chance you could come and do it again for me, please? The other thing I can do is move away from the ball. If you want to be here, I can move over there, or I can go towards the back. If you'd like me to stay here, can you light up the ball in front of me? If you want me to move, if you light up the other ball for me, please. Please come back and communicate with me. So we've had nothing on the Hexcom for a while now. There's been nothing on the K2 at all. That cat ball, we've had nothing on the REM pod, we've had nothing. Gale, so we just had Gale come up, so we've had Surface, Aqua and Gale. So, is Gale your name? If so, can you light one of the balls up for me or make a light on here flash? We can do with a good rainstorm to clear the air. It is very warm and muggy tonight. Do you like a good thunderstorm? I do. I like to watch the lightning. Please come and talk to me. I think what I'm going to do is, we are getting very minimal any response at the moment. We've had one activation on this cat ball. We've had 3 words come up on the Hexcom, which were, the first word was Surface, Aqua and Gale. We've had nothing on the K2, nothing on that cat ball over there, and nothing on the REM pod. We've also had nothing on the EVPs as well. What we're going to do is, yeah, I think what we're going to do is put that here, that here, going to finish. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're getting very minimal, I was about to say very minimal anything, and we've had this ball go off. What I was going to do is step outside the room for like 10 minutes and see if anything happens, and then come back in and do like a spirit box session. Maybe get the SLS camera, but the SLS camera, I was really wanting to use the tunnels and the catacombs, so I think that's what we're going to run that. But what we're going to do is step outside, going to just let this run. So again, nothing on the Hexcom at this point. So we've got the 2 cat balls, got the K2, Hexcom, There's a room pool at the back. Going to step outside for 5 minutes, get some air. So I said we're going to step out and the cable's going off. Right, let's try and debunk that, see if it's me setting that off by shifting my weight. So once that stops, that could be me. So again, once it stops, let's just move. Okay, that should have stopped by now. So we say we're going to step out of the room, the ball in front of me starts going crazy. So maybe we'll stay in the room. Is that what you want us to do, is stay in the room? If you want us to stay in the room, keep flashing the ball. Actually, what we could do is just reverse that, just sorry to be awkward. We could actually just reverse it. So if you want us to stay in the room, can you stop flashing the ball? I think that would be a better visual, a better way of responding. Okay, that is just going off and off and off. What we'll do is just completely step away, go to the other end of the room. I'll walk away, the hexagon goes off, scan. Are you scanning through the dictionary on that, trying to find words? So that was my camera operator moving about there, just sitting back down because we was going to leave the room. And then everything started going off. So we've had a surface aqua gallon scan on the hexagon there. This ball now has been going off for good 60 to 90 seconds. So thank you for setting that off. I do appreciate it. Is there any chance you could stop for a moment, please? What I want to do is maybe move it. I'll turn it off and on again, just in case there's an issue somewhere. Mine. Okay. So I've asked them to, the spirit here, to stop flashing that ball, and they've said might on the hexagon. So you might stop flashing it. Okay, that's not a problem. I mean, I like the colours and I like it flashing. So you see there was a little break and then it flashed again. So when it stopped like that and then repeated, it was the flash cycle coming to an end and then it's reactivated. So I know you really like making that one flash, but is there any chance you can make the other one flash? I really would appreciate if you can make the other one flash and stop making that one flash. Because I just want to make sure the other one still works. Can you do me a favour and just give it a little nudge? Or see the green light, the one in the middle? Give it a little push, it'll fall over. It falls over really easily. I don't mind, just give it a little nudge and knock it over. See, there was hesitation there. There's a break in the flashing. And again. Okay, right. I know you like making that flash, and I know you said you might stop. But we've got two of them out at the moment. We can use them to do yes/no questions. So we can use the other ball as yes, and we can use that ball as no, the one you're currently flashing. But for us to do that, you need to stop making it flash. I think what I'm going to do is just go over, turn it off and on again, just to make sure that it's, you know, the ball's not being faulty. And if the ball is faulty, I can exchange it out for another one. So I'm just going to grab that. The button's not even near the floor. There we go. It's back on. And move back away. So that should start flashing in a moment. If that doesn't work, I'll swap the sides. There we go. Right. So that's come to the end of its flash sequence. So that's great. So, as you see there, I just turn it off and on again, just to make sure it's not faulty equipment. So, is there any chance you can light that one back up again? It would be appreciated. I know you said you might make it stop, but might you make it flash for me? There was my foot. There's enough loose porches to do. So is there any chance you can come back and set one of the balls off for me? Push over the K2, no problem there. Come and sit on this chair. If you come and sit on this chair, it'll just make noise like that. So as you saw there with a REM pod, you have to get very close to it. So it does generate like a magnetic field of a bubble. And then when that gets disturbed, it then sets the light off, which is red, and makes a loud checking sound. So earlier when we said we're going to step outside for 5 minutes, that's when we started getting all the activity. So I think what we'll do again is we'll try that again. So we're going to step outside for 5 minutes, go get some air, go get a drink. So feel free to set off any of this equipment. It would be appreciated. What I'll do as well, quickly before we go out. Oh, we've had some words come up. We've had surface, aqua, gale, scan, might, gate, and channeling. So we've had a few words come up there. So the newest word is channeling. It must have come up while I was talking and just didn't hear it. So what we're going to do now is step outside for a minute, go out in the hallway. So on the opposite side of the store is a long corridor that goes to the other side of the building, goes to our base camp. What we're going to do is go there, go get a drink, just get the SLS camera set up for later on, make sure it's all working fine, and then what we'll do is we'll come back in and try again, and while we're out, hopefully we've got some activity. Because at the moment we've only had one ball activation, which is this ball has gone off a fair bit. We've had a fair few words come up on the Hexcom. We've had nothing on the K2, nothing on that, and nothing on the REM pod. So we're going to step out of the room for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back in. And when I come back in, we will start with, not noise about, but we will start with a spirit box session. So, again, just step outside for 5 minutes, come back, we'll do a spirit box session. All right.